see, a patient goes in, right? Oh, my joint is hurting, he says. Okay, then the doctor says, I'm going to draw all this panel. Then this joint pain would have disappeared after a week if the patient corrected his diet and taken more rest and more sunlight. But then the panel has been done. The doctor calls back saying, oh, I'm so sorry. It looks like you have rheumatoid arthritis. Come back, because your RA factor came back positive. What if the diagnostic was never there? Then the patient would have been left alone, would have been told what to eat and live, and then happily he would have taken care of his life. Now the RA diagnosis came in. Now the anti-inflammatory drugs, then the side effects of the drugs. The side effects of the drugs are going to be much more when compared. They're going to put the real joint pain to shame, and the patient now has to live with the side effects of the drug. Then that's how the industry keeps going on towards trillions and trillions of dollars. So this is a deep science, guys. I didn't know. I have no. Were you guys mentally, physically, emotionally prepared for this lecture before you came in? Or you were like, oh, let me go check out Wellcure. This girl is talking. Let's see what she wants to talk. All right, Asha, you want me to deal with this or?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Prashanthi. I'll do the next few slides. So, Dr. Prashanthi was talking about, how in the traditional medicine, right, the modern medicine, allopathy, we are only talking about diseases. So we are studying diseases, but we do not have the knowledge of how to build health. And in Nature Cure, we say that disease as such doesn't exist as an entity, it is just lowered state of health. So if we really want to heal and get rid of diseases, that means we have to build up health. The foundation of holistic health and regeneration is that the body is self cleansing, self healing, and self maintaining. This ability is built into each and every cell of our body. Each and every cell of the body has the knowledge, has the intelligence to heal itself. But what does it need? It needs the conditions of health to be put in. If we give the right conditions to our body, then the healing is automatic. We don't have to tell the body to heal. We don't have to pray. We don't have to hope. The healing happens automatically because it's already inbuilt. And the cause of disease has to be removed. So, remove the causes of the disease. If you are not eating the right kind of diet, if you are not living in the right kind of surroundings, right? If you're taking a lot of stress, if you're not connecting to nature, these are the causes of disease. So remove them and build the conditions of health. Give the right natural diet meant for our species. Work on your stress. Connect to nature. All these things will provide the right conditions for building health, and diseases automatically go away. So, natural hygiene, the science of nature cure, shows that how to remove the causes of disease. That is done through education, how to provide the conditions of health by understanding and making the corrections required. All this is done without doctor and drug dependency, because just like every other species in nature, we are supposed to be independent, we are supposed to be sovereign, right? We don't have to depend on man made systems to be in good health, without drug and doctor dependency, and with self responsibility, because the knowledge, the intuition, everything is already within us. So this brings the high joy that all wellness brings, right? So this is the beauty of adopting this science, right? So uh, if we go the traditional way,
You
the
want me to
doctor,
do this?
yes,
You want me to do this?
yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is like, Asha as a natural hygienist, she can't comment on doctors because people are going to say, what do you know about doctors? We went through so much of medical schooling and other things, right? So, but I went through the same thing, so I can comment, I can be sarcastic about it. So There are times, you go and tell them, doctor, I think I have some joint pain. My skin is falling apart. My acidity is acting up. And now you're telling me I have thyroid issues. And then the doctor is going to say, congratulations. If we ever figure out what you have got, we are going to name it after you. So it's going to be Shalini's syndrome one day, it's going to be Sanjay's syndrome one day, or it's going to be Venkatesh syndrome one day. That's how these names came, guys. So you must be wondering, who is this Graves disease? They call it Grave. Then who is this Hashimoto's? It sounds like a bomb. And then who is this Sjogren's? This is what it is. So patients went in with a different symptoms. So they combine all these different symptoms and they put together a diagnostics name. And then they put all of it together and then they give it a name. So as soon as this patient receives this name, then Hashimoto's becomes her middle name. Rheumatoid arthritis becomes her middle name. Or diabetes becomes her middle name because we think that's something really terrible that is happening to us. But as Asha has put together, there is nothing like a disease. All diseases are nothing but an adaptations. Adaptations. We'll explain more about that. But there is no meaning for disease in nature cures. There is no definition of disease. Disease is nothing but altered state of health. It's just a health. There is some amount of alteration in your health. So that's what it is. There is nothing like a disease per se. There is no name. We don't have any of these different kinds of names given in nature cures. Okay. Then you go to your doctor, you say, this is how it used to happen, right? In the past, these 20-minute interviews I used to have, doctor, I'm having chest pain and palpitations. I'm having constipation. I haven't pooped in days. And then this patient is going to keep talking about, I'm looking at my clock.
Yes, so who does the healing within us, right? That is the question. How is this or inbuilt force acting within us? So, this is being done by what is known as the vitality of the body or the nerve energy or the life force or the prana shakti, whatever we may call it. So, this is a self organizing principle within all living matter. It's not just human beings, every animal, every creature, every living thing in this world has this nerve shakti or prana shakti flowing, which is performing the task of self healing and maintenance. So, Herbert Shelton, one of the nature cure greats, said that in development and maintenance, health and disease, all the movements of life, whether it is digestion, thinking, whether it is muscular work or blinking your eyes, everything is done by a force which is far greater than we ever know, and it is the more than the conscious intelligence of man. So it is an energy with intelligence which is flowing within all of us, which is organizing all parts of life, right? So that is what is making us tick and live. So this is what is the work of the prana shakti. So we don't really have to worry about disease like what Dr. Prashanthi was saying. It is under the job of this vital shakti. So all that we have to know and to do is to manage this vital shakti, is to manage this prana shakti, is to conserve it, so that when the body conserves enough of this energy, the healing will automatically happen. So all activities in the physical, that is, working or physical manual work, moving our muscles, physiological, that means our digestion, our excretion, all the other internal activities, mental and emotional, our thoughts, our way of interacting with others, with the world, all these things use up this nerve energy. So there is only one prana shakti reserve which is used in all these domains. And wherever we overuse this energy, whether it is by overworking, whether it is by overthinking, whether it is by overeating, right? Everything will use up this nerve energy too much. It will overdrain us, and in turn, when we have less prana shakti, we will sense it as low feeling of life, depression, or anxiety, or other forms of disease and fatigue, right? So, what do we do when we feel low energy? We actually have to go to bed and rest. and this nerve energy is recuperated during rest and sleep. So every night when we feel tired, when we have exhausted our nerve reserves for that day, we go to bed and rest, and we are again given a extra, the battery is boosted again with more nerve energy, with more prana shakti. So where is this coming from? We do not know the source, but we know that this is happening. So, what happens when your nerve reserves are going down? How do you sense it? You don't need any diagnostics. Your body is telling you you're feeling indecisive, exhausted, and jaded. You're not feeling the joy of living. Your digestion is sluggish and elimination is not happening well. Every small thing feels like a big, a big challenge. You're unable to face life's challenges. It feels very overwhelming. Every day seems a drag. Digestion excretion is not optimum. Can you can you all write on chat if you can relate to that? Maybe today you're going through some kind of, let's say, thyroid problems. Before you were diagnosed with a thyroid issue, before you were diagnosed with, let's say, arthritis or some other problem, life was giving you all these signs. Your body was giving you all these signs. You were feeling all these things. Is it not? That means already there was an indication that your prana shakti level was going down in the body. Just like this battery level shows you that actually you are going dangerously into reserve, and you need to do some action to ensure that you have enough record, enough prana shakti, right? Yes. So Shalini is saying yes. So that's what the body tells you. So to briefly explain this, actually, we will be covering this in much more detail in the next session on Wednesday. But to briefly put it here, first comes the functional problems. First comes the acute disease, where the body is trying to clean up whatever poisons have gotten accumulated. So all diseases are happening because this vital energy in our body is getting exhausted, and so the environmental toxins or the metabolic waste or the waste which are coming from digestion, the body is not able to clean up. So initially we may experience this as acute diseases where the body is trying its best to remove the toxins from within. So cold, cough, loose motions, vomiting, fever, these are all the body's elimination mechanisms. When these are suppressed with medicines, whether it be Ayurvedic, homeo, or allopathic medicines, any of these forms, it gives rise to chronic disease. Chronic disease is caused by suppression of acute disease. So, this chronic disease means it's a longer term problem. So, whether it's joint pain, hypertension, diabetes, allergy, obesity, piles, fibroids, whatever be the name, right? This is all caused by taking medicines or any other form of suppression of the acute disease problem. So we have thwarted what the body was trying to do. The body was trying to clean up, but we stopped it. So the result is chronic disease. Next comes when the chronic disease are palliated with medicines for a longer term, right? Long term medicines, like you keep going to the doctor and then more medicines are given, then you repeat it every month, keep repeating. Like I was taking medicines for 10 years for thyroid issues, right? So this is what happens. Long term suppression of chronic diseases leads to a stage where more toxins accumulate in the body because we are not allowing a chance for the body to remove it. It leads to destructive diseases like kidney, pneumonia, strokes, heart attack, cancer, brain hemorrhage, basically end organ damage, right? So it can become destructive. So all that we need to do is we need to know how to conserve our prana shakti so that we do not move from acute to chronic to destructive. Allow nature to take its force, take its healing path, and not palliate it with lot of medicines. So this law of vital economy was actually proposed by Acharya Lakshman Sharma. He says that the vital force within us has to be used very wisely. That is what this law of vital economy states. that prevent wastage of this prana shakti or vital force. Conserve on excess metabolism. That means don't eat too much. Be frugal and right in your way of eating. Select the right food, right way of consumption, proper breathing, connect to nature, and how you use your body. Have mental poise, have proper posture. With all these things, the body is able to set itself right, because that is the job of the inner prana shakti. We are all at different levels of vitality. So what I have may not be the same as what you have. Whatever we get it when we are born from our parents. So if we had parents who had high vitality, we would have got a higher level of vitality. And through our dietary habits, thinking habits, overall lifestyle, if it is in tune with our biological design, that means if it is in tune with nature's laws, we will be able to conserve this prana shakti. And even if our battery has gotten dim, even if we are in a state of disease today, by conserving this energy, the bulb will start glowing again, right? Because the blocks within the body, which was causing the energy not to flow properly, is removed, and then the vital energy or the life force starts flowing back again. So we experience it as renewed energy flowing inside the body, reduction of disease symptoms, better sleep, better digestion, and so many other things. Right, so we will be talking about vital economy, vitality, stages of disease more in the next class. So Acharya Lakshman Sharma says that have judicious and economical utilization of this vital reserve alone, because it is the source and support of health and happy frame of mind. How do I conserve this energy? What should I make changes to in my life? We will teach you through this course. Now, when we conserve this energy, when we have boundless vital energy reserve within us, we will sense it as lightness of body, readiness for work, ability to look the whole world in the face. So we feel unsurmountable. We feel the joy of living again. So that's what true health should feel, right? It's not by taking any kind of external aids and then trying to get our lab numbers look pretty. Actually, health should feel that you are living the best of your life every single day. So one day you may be young, and you continue on the wrong lifestyle, thinking that your vital energy is never going to go down, but soon the body will start speaking to you. The next day you may you it I mean it just means that life passes by so quickly that you may be sitting on the edge of the bed looking like this, right? So every man has to learn, has to understand he owes a duty to himself, to the community, to mankind, to make his own improvement the essential task of life, because we already have everything we need within us. So, the surest guide to man's improving himself is through study and adherence to the laws of nature. So, we made this very simple through our course. We take you through each and every, these laws of life, and we explain it to you with practical examples and case studies. So, what happens when you heal yourself? When you learn this science, when you implement it, you observe the healing happen in you. As you heal the people around you, your family, your children, their children. So, you are in turn doing intergenerational healing, like all the coming generations, because the change is happening through you. So, this is real generational healing and wealth. So we may be the change makers who may heal your bloodline, right? So like I said, I learned this. I was lucky enough to come across this knowledge, and then I shared it with my family. My family healed, and then after that, it's been a journey with other family members and friends and community.